I feel bad for this gamepad. Oh God. Oh, gross. Oh man. That's just, look, I know there's not a ton of love for the Wii U, but it doesn't deserve this. The Wi-Fi port, when my PC fell, but actually still works perfectly. Not sure which is more painful, calling this a Wi-Fi port or that angle. The number of headphone dongles, like the older 2.4 gigahertz, like Corsair dongles that are just broken. I hate these. My friend's computer the day before finals. My question is, was it studying for finals that caused this, or was the computer trying to save them? Crispy. Oh, hot damn. What the? What happened here? Was it something under the RAM or did the RAM itself get? I'm so curious now. Feeling good right now. That was sarcasm. Hey, at least half your display is now a Rorschach test, a permanent one. Needless to say, I'm not gonna be playing for a while. And this is what happens when you set your refresh rate to plaid. First gen iPhone fix I did in 2010 using a GPS battery. Yeah. If it wasn't a lithium ion cell, I'd actually say, you know, pretty good job and good idea on using those terminals, and like, it works. I'm impressed you found something with the same voltage. I guess they're all 3.7, but still, not bad. Scorched graphics card. Oh God, why? And this class is why we don't cook grilled cheeses inside our computers. Ew, no. Look, I'm not that good of a hardware guy, but what? I mean, technically, you can use whatever you want to lift the chip. What they're doing here is heating the chip so the solder pops the chip off the board and you can replace it. And usually, you know, you use like, you know, actual forceps instead of, I don't know, a crab claw. Guy just had crabs for lunch and was like, screw it, that doesn't work. Fun with hard drive disposal. These are sufficiently destroyed now, right? Yeah, that'll do it. Destroying old hard drives is just, it's the only place that IT people can let out all of their rage at end users that try to plug the USB cable from their keyboard into their Ethernet ports. And we sit there patiently on the phone, walking them through which port actually goes where. I do not miss help desk. I think my headphones broke. Yeah, yes. Actually, this is what happens when your headphones get very shy. They'll just retract into themselves. It can also be caused by cold weather. Good Lord. What happened to your phone? Did you hold it in front of Tiger Woods? Did Chuck Norris click OK? Did you think Face ID involved your literal face? Good Lord, your phone needs therapy. SSD house. It's cute. You broke an SSD in half for this. A 960 Pro? Like an actual, this isn't just some freaking knockoff. Installed the CPU fan, boss. The cable goes over it. I'm guessing they didn't actually start it up, but I would be curious to know if it just burst into flames as the insulation melted off the fan cable. My equipment to cool my iPhone 6s. Why do you need to cool your phone? Unless you're a mobile gamer, in which case, you know, I understand, but hear me out. You could turn your phone off and play an actual game. No, I'm never going to stop taking the piss out of mobile games. My friend's phone. Are y'all okay? I'm more concerned by the fact that that looks concerningly similar to the Samsung Note 7, or at least with the Edge display. The one that would come out of the closet as fire every once in a while. Just restart it. Oh my God. Oh, you broke the glass. Yeah, just reboot. Did you back up your glass? Also, I have that screwdriver, and everybody I know in tech that has had to do any field work has that screwdriver. It's like $4 and will save your life. Get like 4 and just stick them in every bag you own. I've repaired literal servers with it. Their first mechanical keyboard, any tips? Slightly damaged. What even happened here? Like, I have been prone to keyboard mashing out of rage in games. Like, this is, the end user needs therapy. Or they're Hulk Hogan, I don't know. Any idea why my laptop isn't turning on? All I can think of is the ASDF movie of, I have brain damage. A LG phone. What do you people do to your phones? Like, don't get me wrong, the corner of mine is cracked, and I really should get it prepared. But I just moved, and I really didn't want them to send it to my old house. But like, what's this strip of stuff on the left, and it's just cracked out. How many times did you drop this? You can see the screws in the top left-hand corner. Just a little scratch. Samsung A10. Oh, this is like the fourth Samsung A10 I've seen, with just absolutely traumatic facial injuries. I realize it's the cheap version of the S series, but Samsung just put 10 bucks more into the glass and like 5 bucks less into the processor or camera or something. Just a regular gaming setup for a Mac user. Well, first off, why are you running it closed? Macs vent through the screen hinge in the keyboard. What the hell are you doing? Second off, put the cooler under the laptop, not on the screen. I'm getting too technical about this, aren't I? I am. I should laugh at the funny, but no, the meme is wrong. Needed a MagSafe 1 charger when I only had MagSafe 2 available. An hour with a Dremel later, and may I present MagSafe 1.5. You monster. Windows Me laptop. Those look like bullet holes. Is this the laptop that like the parent took outside and like shot? Does anybody remember this? Some tough guy dad was like trying to prove, I don't know, a point or something, and took a laptop outside and shot it, and his daughter was very upset. And I'm sure they have a very healthy relationship now. Only a miracle could fix this, and I am not that miracle. Goodbye. I came back out of morbid curiosity. What the hell is that? That's not thermal paste. I could look up the chip, but I'm too lazy for that. But yeah, now I'm intrigued. Oh, it's solder. I just realized the scale we're working with the surface mount stuff on the side. Anyways, yeah, I think that's solder, and I think that's somebody attempting to solder something to the. It's a mess. It's a mess. I'm spending way too much time on this. Let's go. Apparently, it's advised to clean your PC more often than once every 2 years. Yes, it is. Actually, this is not that bad. Don't let it get to this point. But if you do, it's not the end of the world. The fins are doing what they're supposed to. It's just a radiator. Maybe get a magnetic screen. This is really not that bad, actually. And full disclosure, my streaming PC was in a really inaccessible spot in my old studio and did not get cleaned out for at least 2 or 3 years. The thing had 9 fans, so like but it had dust screens. But still, like, you know, I should have cleaned it out sooner. It actually wasn't that bad when I finally did, but yeah. Once a year is totally fine, unless you have, you know, high pile carpet and 3 huskies, in which case, just stop. Use an iPad. Doesn't have any cooling vents. I beat my brother with my iPad. Oh, okay, all right, hang on. If that was supposed to be a joke, that wasn't funny. And holy shit. I do appreciate the Rorschach-y, inky display cracking that iPads appear to have now. I don't think these are the mini LED ones. No, they have the home button. I don't know, they just seem, they look different. I don't know. This goes beyond my scope, but maybe somebody else can explain why iPad screens, I know they're made by Samsung, but why they look goopy when they're broken. And also don't beat up your siblings. The world is a terrible, angry place. Why the hell would you beat up the person in your own house? A Google Nest Hub Max at my Lowe's. See, this is what I'm, see how it's all jagged? Like it's solid, but it's got the jaggedy lines. Also, why would somebody break a Google Nest Hub Max? It's like beating up Internet Explorer. Like, nobody cares. It's an overpriced toy for people that will never use it. Just leave it alone. Actually, I take that back. It's like beating up Edge. The equivalent Internet Explorer would be beating up Facebook Portal. That's not how soldering works. Okay, all right, explanation time. Thing on your left in his hand is a resistor. It's one of the most common electrical thingies. You don't need to know what it does. That's a component that goes into the board, and on the right side is a soldering iron. That's correct. And very basically, you stick the component into the board, the long lead wires through the board, and then you take a third wire-looking thing, but it's not quite a wire, called solder, and it's usually made of lead or other metals. It has something in it called flux, boils away. You basically mash them all together at the same time, making sure you get the right temperature, and it melts around the connector, and it forms a metal bond. What he's doing here is just melting resistor wire for a picture. It's a very pretty picture, but it's clearly a very pretty stock footage picture that they didn't ask like somebody who's been through a high school electronics engineering class or something. Like, find a robotics nerd and get a 3-minute check on this photo. 2 minutes of that check are going to be spent with them laughing. For those of you that knew all of that, thank you for your patience, and please accept these cookies. I promise they won't be used to track you. She lied vigorously. I dropped my PC. Well, We're gonna call that issue A, and possibly B, C, and D. I think it might just be the cooler though. You might be okay-ish. I don't know. Good luck. My outlet. Your outlet to what? The fourth dimension? Yeah, the fire marshal is about to show up at your house. Don't worry, it's perfectly normal. They're just gonna take all of it away. PC at work had a bugged BIOS. CPU speed 100%, running at 24,914,897.92 gigahertz. In this case, the uptime at the bottom actually counts down until the PC melts down and wipes out everything in a 50-mile radius. Run! So I accidentally dropped my phone. Well, that one's actually really pretty. Another A10, another Samsung A10. Pray to God, the screens on these things. Just a few pins, should be fixable. Oh my God. This is the bottom of a or the top of a CPU. Is this one of those weird reverse sockets? Anyways, all the pins are supposed to be straight. They are not. Yeah, this is the reverse server socket. That one. SATA ports failed. I'm looking for damage or something. I guess I just did this too many times. Wait, no, there's something peeling at the top. I mean, this is normal to recover the data and then like replace the machine. This is a business machine. I think it's the Optiplex something or other. Yeah, no, this is how you, I don't get it. This is how you recover data when the SATA port, never mind. Stuck using this POS while my good laptop is being repaired. You'd be able to hear the fan crying out in agony. Ooh. Yeah, Toshiba always managed to make those machines that were just disappointments. Like no matter what they did, it was like one notch above HP, but it was still just disappointing. No matter what they did. My computer power supply, it worked until it didn't. Oh, okay. Yeah, always be super careful with the inside of these things. They will kill you. Not even joking. And I think this is one of those stupid small form factor ECUs too. They're garbage. They're garbage and I hate them. Started my week with a 600+ pound rack of AV equipment falling off the wall onto me. Luckily I was able to catch it. Holy hell. Oh my God, somebody put, yeah, none of this. None of this is okay. Oh my God, first off, I'm glad you're safe. Second off, unless I'm mistaken, that's a battery? Like one slot down, the APC thing with the blue screen? That's a battery. You don't put batteries in wall-mounted racks. Or if you do, you put very small ones. You put the battery in a tower below or something. You don't wall mount batteries. Why would, I'm so sorry. I'm glad you're safe. But dear Lord, somebody put you in danger. Hopefully they fix this up in a safer manner, even if they just did a vertical mount below for the battery or something. Like, that makes me nervous. It took a bit of reassembling to make this photo work. Why am I looking at an old landline phone? Did you just put it back together? If this is, I mean, that's cool. I take old electronics apart all the time. It's actually really nifty. But you also have wires coming off of it, which concerns me. I think there's more to this picture. I don't know what you're planning and it makes me nervous. The battery has been replaced. Oh, I really hope you bought an official one. Cause that doesn't look like an official battery to me. Or the shop that did it ripped you off. Rest in peace, GTX 770. You fought valiantly to the end. Oh, we shall mourn them. Yeah, I had a 670 die after like 6 or 7 years straight. And yeah, just started drawing triangles all over the place and then it wouldn't boot. Fan cleaning, gross. You can do this with fans, but make sure to dry them for like 48 hours afterwards. Just be super careful. I think there's a little scratch. I immediately checked the top to see if this was another Samsung A10. It doesn't look like it is. S8 something? I think that's a retina scanner. Not sure. But yeah, you did a number on it. Booted up this game and it's lagging a bit. Any help? Have you tried turning it off and back on again? The SIM card tray on my colleague's iPhone 11 seems to be corroding. He has no idea why. Oh, weird. That looks like vaguely chemical almost. I don't see a battery bulge or anything. That's weird. Someone smashed this Lenovo laptop to bits. Still works though. Hell yeah. I have always been a proponent of Lenovo laptops, particularly ThinkPads. They were always my work go-to thing because I dropped them in construction environments and things still ran. Yeah, so a Microsoft phone. I think, yeah, no, that looks like Microsoft. Is this a Windows phone? One of the last ones in existence? Or is this one of their new Android? This might be one of their Android phones. Still, interesting, pretty lines. Mean phone, very sick. Mrack somehow shoved a pen into his phone's LED screen. What the frack? I'm so confused. What? I know you can do it from the front, but like, I don't understand this. And the photo was apparently taken by someone riding a washing machine in space. So of course it's too blurry to actually make anything out. Yes, it still turns on. No, it isn't a flip phone. It's a ZTE something. Oh my God. Oh, I remember these. Yeah, it's not supposed to do that. After rigorous testing, I have come to the conclusion that it is not a flip phone. I'm glad you and the science team have made such great progress. There's also an unscrewed NVMe under the CPU cooler. Is this just like a testing bay or something, or is this somebody's like permanent rig? Because if it's a permanent rig, I'm just gonna cry. I'm gonna sit here and cry. I don't think that's healthy. One of these sensors is reading 148 degrees Celsius. It's probably the one by the crack in the bottom of your screen, but still, nice to know you could melt metal anytime you want. My trusty GTX 750 Ti decided to die. Yeah, I think this is like the range when all the 600 and 700 GTX, oh my God, that is pretty. Wow, for desk screens, that's kind of a cool one. Turning a 2070 into a 1080. Please don't. An explainer for anyone who doesn't get it, the 1000 series of NVIDIA cards were shorter than the 2070s, and some of the 2070s didn't fit in people's cases. This is just a giant shearer. It literally just shears metal and stuff. And yeah, they're just shortening the card by cutting through it. Because that's how cards work. Don't put your PC against the wall. I know my motherboard is misaligned. Nobody cares about your motherboard. If they do, tell them to shut the hell up. But yeah, give it a couple inches, to actually get the air out of there. I broke a lightning cable in the weird way. Cable is not plugged in, don't worry. Oh, you ripped out the actual, whatever that is, a JST. I forgot the connector name. Well done. Also clean your fingernails. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how to properly take care of an HP.